Welcome, everyone, to LSU's Tiger Stadium, one of the most intimidating environments in all of sports. This Death Valley crowd has been getting ready and hyped for this one. And what a matchup we got for you here. Momentum has been building each week, and these two teams have arrived at this big collision, each undefeated. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him.
Boy, he has such great size, and I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Tackle, but first down.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
And completion makes it second and short. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works really well here. Big people out front being physical, pick up the first down.
Receiver makes the catch. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Ball handed off. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Chris, it's early in this football game, but the defense had a golden opportunity to come up with a stop, and they allow him to run the football on him to get the first down, and now it's 1st and goal. Missed a golden opportunity. Let's see how they respond here.
All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Really excellent possession last time. They mixed the run and the pass, kept the defense off balance en route to a touchdown. And the broken tackle there produces a solid game.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking right. This one caught. Brought down. It crosses midfield to the 46.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. There's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Oh, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And the receiver snags it. It's complete. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Second down after that previous play. They're going to run it here. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on 4th down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Complete with a running back on this 4th down play. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Chris, how about this? You're inside the red zone. You get the 4th down. You go for it. You show that aggressive approach. Your players love that you show confidence in them, and you're rewarded with a first down.
1st and goal, handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kurt.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. A beautiful, balanced drive reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. Backs lined up on either side of the quarterback. Can he make it to the marker? He make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. Man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looks to the left, pass caught. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been strong today. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And they'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
2nd and goal for the offense. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. It's a sack. They trap him inside the 5.
Man, the defense comes up with a big play here, backed up close to their own goal line. But as an offensive coordinator, you're inside that 3-yard line at 2nd and goal. If you're going to throw the ball, man, the ball has got to get out of that quarterback's hands quickly and not give the defense a chance to get after him and bring him down for a sack.
That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So on 4th down, they will go for it. Out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points before halftime. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. This one is right through, and they add to their lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. And they get the second half started with the running play. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground.
The running back carry. Pick up the 5. Second down coming up.
Second down play coming up. And the runner takes off to his right. Breaks loose at the 40. It's a huge gain across midfield. Ball will be spotted about the 31.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Of course, there's another sack by a Clemson defender. And, you know, so often in football we get so caught up in the quarterbacks and the spread looks and the big explosive plays on offense. But you think about where Clemson's been for the last 10 or 12 years, I think their defense deserves as much credit as guys like Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson. This defense has gone to a different level, and that's why they're a national contender every single year.
Gain of 5. Brings up third down.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. On fourth down, a short toss to the running back. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
He's got it right near the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. And the beatdown continues.
Just get this guy the ball and let him do the rest. The quarterback does a nice job of just putting the ball in the receiver's hands, and then he uses his legs with the run after the catch for the touchdown.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That completion makes it second down. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, this wide receiver has been a difference maker in this football game. He's got 2 touchdowns already. Now they look to him again, and he picks up the first down.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
The pass is caught.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed, but what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And that run produces a decent gain. Coming up, second down and goal. That's a design quarterback keeper. Touchdown Tigers! To stretch the lead, the route is on. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Yeah, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? From the pocket, delivers over the middle. That completion makes it second and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver, and it's caught. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is four-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. Can he get there on the ground? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. They made a nice play in the backfield.
And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions.
LSU 31, Clemson 0.
And as we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if this game can get a little bit more competitive. No surprise here. They're already 2 for 2 on fourth down. Try to make it 3 for 3 here. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
That's a pretty good job here by the defense, really, on this fourth down. They took away all his intended receivers. He just checks that down as a last-ditch effort. Give credit to the back for picking up that first down.
The gain is 3 yards, so second and 7.
Brought down at the 9-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
They look to throw it here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
That's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
So let's see what they like here on third and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They finally bring him down, but what an explosive play that time.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for that first down.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Most offensive coaches will be happy taking those 50-50 shots against man coverage, but I'm curious to see if they're going to test this DB again after that coverage.
This time, a completion. Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Hey, good job by the defense here, not being surprised on third down and 1. The offense elects to throw the ball instead of running for the first down, and the defense is able to come up with a sack.
They'll kick it away here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They've really protected home turf well here today. What a satisfying victory. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Second down play coming up for this offense. They're going to run it. And it's good for a first down with a 36.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a compliment.
On the junior, gets home making a sack there.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Quick throw to his receiver. Catch made, a lot of space now. That's a big gain, finally brought down near the 37. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Another big play for this offense, Kirk. They are not throttling back here, even with a comfortable lead in the fourth quarter.
This defensive coverage seems one step behind the entire game. Even when they call the right coverage, the offense has made the plays that they need to be able to put points on the board. Love this throw by the quarterback, Chris, because he gives his receiver a chance. I was always taught on a nice deep post route, put it up in the air and as far as you can throw it and let the receiver run underneath it. Let him adjust his timing. It's exactly what they were able to do here, and they get a big gain.
Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. Timeout taken by the offense now, 23 seconds on the clock.
Boy, when you're defending this offensive coordinator, you have to be ready for anything. This is not something I'd expect to see down in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Touchdown, LSU. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
So much about speculation on whether or not they're going to kick a field goal or go for a touchdown. They put this ball into the end zone, and they put this game out of reach. What a job by this team and by this offense.
Well, here we are, midpoint of the season, and this group is still marching along undefeated, chasing a perfect record and getting a lot of attention, Kirk, at this point.
Well, they're as good as anybody that we've seen all year long in college football. They are headed towards that college football playoff and a shot at a national championship. Now, the thing is, they just need to remain focused on each week that lies ahead of them. If they're able to do that, we've got a dangerous football team here.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.